Yeah, I prefer dating here. I think it's best for me right now. At this
Why are you holding your tongue? I told you.
I'm not trying to get judged by...
No. Listen, you gotta understand, men and women are different. When men are young, they want it easy. You know? That's just, it's real. So, you know, but as you start to grow and you want some, you know, you start to understand yourself, you kind of want more substance.
Yeah.
You know? And that's where I'm at now, because I don't feel like I was ready to settle down.
Yeah.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing something a little different. Me and Kari are gonna go to Slipway, which is like a kid-friendly area. They have playgrounds and they also have a bar close by for me. So we're gonna check it out, and I hope I get to vlog some things to show you guys before this sun goes down pretty soon. All right, stay tuned. Oh, they got like nice little dresses and stuff. Oh yeah, I'm about to see. Y'all, they have like cute dresses and stuff over here. Ooh, I'm about to spend some money. I would put my boy on, but he don't have his shape up, so. All right, Kari, we're about to get out of here. So we just got here, just looking for the place. I'm meeting up with my friend at a close by bar called the Bar and Dar. I thought you had to jump over. But yeah.
Black boy joy, she wanna see the Forbes like I wanna see her form. Tell me what you for, yeah. Hey, they pay me, but I'm old, yeah. All this money on me. Yeah, cash rolls all around me. Yeah, all this money around me. Yeah, cash rolls all around me. Hey, yeah, money, how you feel like a man with that? Yeah. I took a long little real life stay true to that. Hey, no money, how you feel like a man with that?
I should have brought some water for Kari, but she said by the waterfront. What? Nah. I'm not trusting this. They told me it's water down there, but don't seem like water is down there. So we're gonna go get some water and then take her to the playground. I'm scared that when she goes there, she won't want to leave, and mommy wants to have some fun too. So I had to head to the supermarket. I have to go to the supermarket. That lady, they were charging $6,000 for water, which is like $3. So, hi. Do you have cold water? Oh, over there. Thank you. This is my favorite. This is actually a really good brand. I love it.
Independent living, you $1 million slave, yeah.
This is my
Mbazi Valentine.
Introduce yourself, introduce yourself.
My name is Mbazi Valentine. I am a creative. And
You have to be off formal.
yeah, I don't know what to say.
We're just here at this bar and dar.
Yeah, bar and dar at Slipway.
Come on, put her on. Eating her chips. It is beautiful view. So besides photography, you said you do what?
I do videography, I do graphics, I design clothes as well.
Okay. You designed that shirt too?
Yeah, I designed a shirt. It's part of a collection that I got dropping soon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have a brand called The Vision Studios, which is more of like a creative agency.
So how much is that? How much would you sell that shirt for?
These are, I'm still contemplating on, because I have like 2 designs. I have this is like a split design, I think for 60K.
60
Here.
So that'll be like 30 American dollars. That's
No, in the US, I'm definitely charging like US prices.
What?
Like $60, $70. Yeah, if I'm selling here to people I know here, but on my web store it'll be for
So
like
what
60,
about
70
people who come here? Are you going to charge them the US price? If they live here or they visiting?
If they visiting,
You'll charge the US price?
I've done that. Yeah, I've done that.
If it's like expats, how much would you charge?
if they're
You
just here
can't charge
visiting.
us a different price than the
Oh,
locals.
come on now.
That's because you, okay, so.
Are you asking for yourself or are you asking for?
No. I know I'm going to get the discount,
Yeah.
but just for other people.
No, most of the time when I do sell clothes here, even if it's for expats or people visiting, it's Tanzanian prices.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I leave out, step out the country, it's US.
So you said
prices.
that's like 60,000 t-shirts?
Yeah, 60,000 t-shirts.
That's like 30. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad because it's a few designers in Ghana that I've seen that charge like 5,000 for top of the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they
yeah.
spent a long time, and the craftsmanship is just, you could tell they've been doing it for decades. You know. But how long did you? When did you go to the US?
Well, I was actually born there. Like we moved around a lot. My family moved around a lot, so I was born there. I was born in Chico, California, University City. Lived there for 2 years, and then moved to the Gambia in West Africa. Lived there for 2 years.
So you lived in the US for 2 years?
2 years, yeah.
Okay. Then you went back.
So I'll just skim through this real quick.
Okay.
2 years in California, 2 years in the Gambia, West Africa, 2 years in Tanzania, 2 years in Mozambique, and then came back to Tanzania, lived here for like 7 years before moving to the States again. And when I moved to the States at that time, I was like 15.
15.
Yeah, so from 15 until 27.
Oh, that's a big gap. So it's like 12 years. That
12
sounds
years of
sort of similar to me. I just spent like twice the time there. I was there from 8 years old to college, and then I moved moved around. So yeah, you were there about the same time that I was. Because I moved around, like by the time I hit 19, I started traveling to like New York and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, did you like it? Were they welcoming?
Oh, in the U.S.?
Yeah. How they welcome you?
Okay, so my dad's from St. Louis, so when I moved there, I moved to St. Louis, and we would always go there for the summertime, and like because I'm half American, like we have family there.
So you already were familiar?
Yeah, I was familiar with it, but it's different between like visiting and actually living
there, right?
Especially like 15, like going to high school, like totally different. So it wasn't a culture shock, but it was a lot to adapt to. So it took a while to adapt.
So do you prefer Tanzania or?
At the time,
America.
At the time, like I always wanted to live in the U.S. Like I preferred, and
is that because your family? Did your family kind of like push you? Because I know in Jamaica, our families, you know, are everyone wants to go to America.
Yeah.
So is that because of that, or?
Not really. My mom, she embraced her Tanzanian side to the fullest. Like had chances to become a citizen, she was like, no, I'm keeping my Tanzanian passport. I think just being young at the time, just like I'm looking up to these artists and musicians, and I just appreciated my American side more.
Yeah, the music is dope, right? Yeah. But it's starting to move to Africa now.
Yeah, so like I appreciated my American side more before I moved there, and then once I moved there, I realized like oh snap, I've been idolizing and just like I haven't really been appreciating my Tanzanian side.
Right.
Yeah, and I realized
so what age you think you started to recognize
and
embracing that Tanzanian side?
Probably like late teens, like 19, 20, around that.
Why is that like?
I think once you just after being there and just realizing like everything that like I guess I was trying to find out about myself, or like I don't even know how to explain.
Is it like relationships? Because I know for me, like especially having a daughter, like the culture, especially being a single mother, like I feel like if I was in Jamaica, that would have never happened, because there's culture there, and then like as far as connecting with people, it's different there, it can be kind of transactional in a way. So what was it for you that was like a wake-up call, like, you know what?
I think when you're there in the States, you realize everyone's trying to find, especially within Black, African Americans, everyone's trying to find themselves.
Yeah, like, it is the same way for me too, because being from Jamaica and going to America, it wasn't until I visited Jamaica that I'm like, oh my God, I'm missing this culture. I miss like the type of love and like community and stuff that I was getting in Jamaica, and then that's when I visited Ghana and I was like, this is where I belong. Like this type of environment is where I belong. So, I try to tell people, because when my purpose, I want to unite people, because there is some strengths in America and then there's strengths here as far as the abundance. So if we can get, the skills that we've attained in the Western world and then bring it together with our brothers and sisters here, it could be so amazing. But I try to tell people, because some people still want to go to America, because of the...
They don't. I mean, I think until you go, like, you won't really understand.
Exactly.
Like, when I first moved back here, people questioned me, like, hold on, so you lived in the States,
and you
moved back to Tanzania, like, why? And I think the easiest answer, like, what I'll tell people is that basically living at least in St. Louis, I can't speak for anywhere else in the States, at least in St. Louis, one thing that I realized like later on after being there is that there was no one that looked like me that was my age and that was successful in as a creative, like in my craft, like, and you know, when you're in a space or an environment like that, it's like, how do you dream big when you don't see anyone that's looking like you, that's doing, that's actually accomplishing, you know, big things. So once I realized that, it's like, it's time to leave. Originally, I was planning on moving to New York.
So that's why I try to convince people, because they like, oh, you rich, you got America, you can go to America, you rich, you know, and that's where
you'll be working your whole life there. That's what I tell people. I'm like, you'll be literally like no one owns anything.
Right.
You lease your phones, you lease your cars, you lease your apartments. In here, I think that was the first time also I realized when I came here, it's like, oh, the importance of like owning property. You know, the importance of actually, you know, just owning things in general. You know, you live out there for so long, you're just so used to.
You could get an apartment here and just sublet it, you know, and it's no problem. Like they don't have the contracts that they do in America, and then you know,
some of these leases do.
Some of them.
Okay,
well, that's news to me.
You gotta keep it
on the low. But you know, it's more room for us when you're amongst your own and you're the majority, especially if you know the language. You know, like it's so much better for you. What region are you from?
Well, my mom's from the Kilimanjaro region.
Where is that? Is that on the east, west?
North.
Okay. How far is it from Dar?
Like north, almost close to the border, close to Kenya. But yeah, so she's from a city called Chome, and another city called Mwanga.
That's that mountain, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I knew that the name was familiar. Okay, so.
Yeah, you should definitely. Ellie, have you been to Arusha since you've been here?
No, that's like 10 hours. So is it close to Arusha?
Yeah.
So that's about 10 hours from here.
Yeah, by if you take a bus, it's like at least, I think something like that. About 10, 8, something like that.
Well, that's a far.
You know,
I wanted to see Arusha, but after all the traveling, I was like, to take her again on another trip, it would just be a lot.
I mean, Dar es Salaam is pretty cool for that.
We planned it. So, do you see yourself living in any other African countries? You said you've been to South Africa and Gambia.
Yeah, I definitely would love to eventually move to South Africa.
Yeah,
like
that
Cape
looks
Town.
Like your style.
Yeah.
You got the open top.
No, like Cape Town. If you were to go to any city in the world, Cape Town, I'd say for sure.
Yeah, Cape Town seems like your vibe because it's a little bit of American type of vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the only thing.
And it's African.
That's the only thing I didn't like about being out there, because it just reminds you of being
in
and it's
in
a lot
America,
of
right.
you know.
other activities. I get it, but it is still African people though.
Along this trip.
Yeah.
No,
so I was supposed to go to Ghana, and then I was supposed to go to Rwanda. Not a booty. I'm walking earlier with some curves on her, and I was like, me and the Bajaji driver was like.
Yeah, the Mbazi drivers know how to look
real quick, and he was still swerving and looking at the same
Tanzanian woman, like
big. Yeah, I didn't know. Relationships. What are the relationships? Are you
dating?
single?
Dating here?
Are you single?
I'm single, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know where you're going with this. Yeah, I'm single.
The way you look, like yes. Yeah, so in America, what's the dating life like compared to Tanzania?
It's a good question. I think the difference between here and there is immediately here, or when I started dating out here, you can tell from the jump, like, women want to know, like, what's your intentions, like, as far as in
Here?
Yeah, here. Like, is this, like, they'll ask questions from the jump, like, what are your thoughts about marriage, like, you know, and they want to know, like, you know, where do you stand on, like, certain things. And the U.S. is just more of like, hey, we can see where this goes, dating, and, you know, you kind of just go with the flow, yeah.
The way you put that, like, I'm reading your body language. So would you say the standards are higher here, or how would you?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I feel like for good reasons. Like, I can understand it culturally. The idea of just dating to date is, I mean, I'm not saying like this is how everyone is here.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but just there's a culture difference. You know, things have to make sense here. Like, you know, who your family is, what's your family's tribe. Like,
you know what? I can scoot a chair next to you. I can scoot a chair next to you because they probably want to see
yeah, right.
I should have brought. I do have my wide angle man. You think this is fine? We're kind of close. I can't see myself, but we looking good. Like, we glowing.
I can see it. We definitely
So, dating life. Oh yeah, thank you. How's the dating life? You said they have more standards.
Yeah. Like I said, that's a good thing. Yeah, this is way better.
Yeah, because I'm like, they can't see me, but then, you know, it's two different angles too, so we'll just work with what we got. Oh, this sun is popping. We popping.
I'm so glad I put some coconut.
Coconut oil got you glistening. So this is where you're from? Kilimanjaro, exactly. So that's why you get it. You rap it hard. Show them. We got the drink.
Got the Kilimanjaro.
Repping his hometown.
You know.
So yeah, so you preferred. Well, and you were a man, so I feel like men prefer it easier until you really want to settle down.
No, I just turned 30 last year. So like now I'm like in my mature bag of like wanting something like serious, and not just wanting to just be out there, not just wanting to be messing around.
Yeah. So now you like it here?
Yeah, I prefer dating here. I think it's best for me right now. At this
Why are you holding your tongue? I told you.
I'm not trying to get judged by...
No. Listen, you gotta understand, men and women are different. When men are young, they want it easy. You know? That's just, it's real. So, you know, but as you start to grow and you want some, you know, you start to understand yourself, you kind of want more substance.
Yeah.
You know? And that's where I'm at now, because I don't feel like I was ready to settle down.
Yeah.
You know, but, and then also, so this being like, what do you call it? Like a patriarchal society here? Do you feel like it has its benefits and its cons? Because let me just explain. This lady came to braid my hair.
Yeah.
Do you think I should turn up the ISO, or we just...
No, we're good.
Okay, good. So, yeah, so this lady came to braid my hair, and she was taking a little long. So the guy was like, if you don't get home now, you better stay on the streets. You're gonna be locked out.
This is the hair...
The braider. And I was like, dang.
On the phone, or he's
yeah, because my friend was there. He's Tanzanian.
Yeah.
So he translated to me what he said. I said, whoa. So I do feel like weak men can take advantage of that type of society. But then it has its cons too, because like the men in the society are kind of like father figures.
Yes. I guess it's a tricky one. I think it goes back to the culture thing as well. Like men and women do have their roles, and I'm not saying this is with every household, but okay, let's just say compared to the U.S. now, when it comes to dating, it's more. It's not as traditional. I was looking for the right word. It's not as traditional out there. You know, there's more like, at least now within like our age.
Yeah, and that definitely has.
It's more like I'm looking for a word, but it's not traditional.
Yeah.
You know? It's funny because like people do tend to ask their partners for them to be like a traditional man or a traditional woman, but themselves they're not, you know, like giving that to their partner.
Yeah.
Out there in the States.
In the States, right. So, I mean, they both have pros and cons.
Yeah.
You know, and they are wild.
Yeah, for sure.
In the States, it's not.
You live in New York, though.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
In Atlanta, it's even wilder, you know, because the women will do anything for a man, to share a man, because the women are 10 to 1 to the men.
10 to 1? That's a lot.
Right. So they get to a point where they want to share.
Okay, that's wild.
A man, you know, it's like, oh, I'll give you 3 sons, I'll do whatever. You know, and it's like a pick-me spirit.
What are your thoughts on monogamous relationships?
It works for some people. I feel like in the States and in Africa, polygamy is different. You know, what they represent.
You said in the States polygamy? Okay,
yeah. So that polygamy in the States, I'm not comfortable with it because it's not about legacy building. It's not about you know reproducing and you know building something. It's all about sex.
Yeah. Having another partner to
right, and then have them carpet munching. Let's just call it what it is.
Okay. I've never heard that, but I get it.
This is all you want to see. You know, it's not about legacy building. If it's like that, I respect differences. It's not for me. You know, polygamy. Monogamous, I'm strong enough for one man, a strong man, you know, but I don't knock any type of relationship structure. I feel like different things work for different people. So, would you move back to the States?
Yeah.
For what reason?
For me, I never, like, initially my goal when I moved here was to move here for 2 years. Move here for 2 years and then gain enough international.
Somebody's swimming in there?
Yeah, you didn't see the guy. He was on the thing.
The way her feet went down in there looked like a mermaid. Oh, it's a little boy.
No, it's a grown man.
Oh.
He was kayaked up here.
His feet.
Parked his stuff and then swam back out. I'm trying to figure out how deep it is. Like,
exactly, because the way he's flipping and tossing, I'm like, is that a mermaid?
Yeah, the guy's just... Okay, originally my plan was to move out here for 2 years and then move back to the States, mostly for like international experience, work experience, build my CV up. My resume.
Okay.
Yeah, so I knew that okay, so I was living in St. Louis, was planning to move to New York. My sister lives there. She lives in Brooklyn. So I was planning to move there, and then I realized I can move here for way cheaper and live with family here and also start working here and gain experience here, which would be easier for me to get the right job in the States than just...
So you just go in there for financial opportunity?
Here?
In America?
Yeah, so with you saying would I move back, yeah, it would be moving back to work, stack as much money as I can, and eventually moving back here.
That's about the only benefit
for sure
that it has. So for me, I'm considering, you know, going back there next month and just stacking my money, because this was, you know, like I can go there for a month and stack with the business that I have and come back and be living nice. So that's a good benefit.
Especially you live in New York, right?
New York, right? And they are calling me like, Lala, when you coming back? And I'm like, I really don't want to. I really wish I didn't have to, you know, but I'm not rich. So I gotta go. And I gotta, and coming out here to see and just spend some time out here.
At least have an idea of like what you're trying to do, what you want to do.
And spending 2 months here now. I think within the next month after my visa's up, that's when I return. Like in March, and work, bring my butt back here.
For sure. Like there's plenty of opportunities for people in general. I was gonna say someone like you. I don't know exactly what. I know you're a model, and you body that shit.
Everything.
You body that shit. Just let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, so I'm pretty sure there's plenty of opportunities for you.
Oh yeah, we gotta shoot.
What's up?
What's up? You gonna charge me?
No.
I don't want to come at you like that. That is so rude. I know that's your crap.
Now that you asked, like 200,000. No, we can come up with something.
Yeah.
I'm especially trying to. It's been a while since I've done like a creative shoot, and I'm trying to get back in it. So
I love artistic nude or like swimsuit. Beauty. Is my lipstick on right?
No, you're good.
Okay. I've been dying to ask you, because you know when you go back and you be like,
damn.
Oh, that one thing.
Why did this nigga say anything at all?
That's how I test your loyalty as a friend. Like, is he just gonna let me just hang it, go ahead? Because if you something wrong with you, I would tell you. If your chain was crooked, you got a booger, you got something in your teeth, I'm gonna let you know.
I honestly do hate that.
I'd be like, you just
gave you my camera to take photos of me, and you didn't say not one thing at all. I gotta go home and start editing.
I bet you I know what your pet peeve is as a photographer. You take so many nice pictures of people, right? Doesn't it get on your nerves when people take your picture and they don't give any effort, and they just, and you get it and you like,
I don't have any
effort.
I literally have to take self-portraits just because I don't trust anyone.
Stand that. I cannot stand it. Like I really put effort into my friends' pictures, and then
not even with like a camera. Just give me a phone. I swear, like
you don't need a top-notch camera. You just need an iPhone. That's it. And
make sure I take like 20 to 30 photos, so I don't get a. Oh, can you take one more? You got enough.
So, if you could change anything about your journey, like traveling to America, would you? I know you said you would go back, but in your teens, would you have come here instead?
I should have moved here earlier. At least 3-4 years earlier than I did.
Right, to really enjoy that adulthood here. I really do feel like I wish I would have been here like 5 years earlier.
So I visited in 2015, 16, and all my friends when I came back here were like, yo, you gotta move back. Move back now.
When you were 14?
Like, no, 2014.
15, okay.
Yeah, 15, 16, something like that.
How old were you?
I was, damn, I gotta do the math right now.
So, besides photography, do you see yourself doing anything else out here as far as a hustle?
Well, I do more than that here. I do digital marketing. Now what I'm doing is creative direction and focusing on that, assisting brands, assisting startups, artists, companies with creative direction.
Alright you guys, so we had to wrap up the interview because they started playing music, but on a last note, what would your advice be for the diaspora looking to repatriate here, or people who are curious?
Just never have high expectations when you're going to a whole new country. Yeah, just try not to have too many expectations on moving to a new place, because I think that's the issue with a lot of people, is they go to a whole new country, whole new environment, and just have this, you know, idea of the place before actually before actually traveling there and experiencing it for themselves. So yeah.
So do you believe in unity and everyone uniting?
For sure.
You don't see that as
no, for sure. But that's gonna take time, a long time,
a lot of healing,
a long time,
and a lot of connecting,
patience as well.
Patience, right?
Yeah, that's why I say, like, expectations. Just try not to have, you know, a high expectation of a place or of a culture, and just be patient and live life.
All right, you guys. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Till next time. One love.
I'm good. Nice.
1, 2, 3, sa, prova. 1, 2, 3, sa, prova. 1, 2. Thank you. Welcome to the Barinda.